Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video, guys. Today, I want to talk about something that's been on my mind a lot lately, and that's why YouTube just isn't as fun anymore. You know, it's kind of a different thing than what I've done on this channel for a lot, but it's been on my mind, and I want to get it out. Now, I've been only doing YouTube for about 3 years now, and you guys know it was our 3rd year anniversary, not back in August. But even in that short time, the vibe has changed incredibly a lot. I know that's not very proper grammar, but it's changed a lot since I've started YouTube back in 2021. When I first started out, I felt like YouTube was this place where I could be myself, and that's kind of why I started YouTube. I wanted to make things I genuinely loved, and I just wanted a place where I could post memories, quote unquote, is kind of what I wanted to do. And as I went on, I genuinely loved and connected with the small audience that I had back at that time, and there was something exciting about it. Like, it was part of this huge, I was part of this huge creative community that was growing, but I didn't feel pressured by views, likes, and analytics. It was just a place where I could go and have a bunch of fun, just playing some good old video games. I could make whatever content I wanted, and it felt fresh. I wasn't thinking about playing like the algorithm or grabbing attention. I was just making videos that felt good to make. If you guys are a small YouTuber, or maybe you guys are a bigger one, you know, it depends on your followers as kind of how hard you have to try on YouTube. Now, I'm not saying you want to go through and just do incredibly bad on your videos. Put in as much effort as you think you need to make that video good. But I feel like as you grow, you need to spend hours and hours and hours and hours into what your content is. Now, a huge problem that I very quickly noticed was how much the algorithm influences what people watch. As I got more serious, I noticed that if I didn't make videos constantly, or if my videos weren't clickable enough, my channel would dip, and that's stressful, especially if you're putting all this work in, and it feels like it's not reaching people. Like, I've had videos that I've spent hours making, get the most like 20 views, and I've been kind of fixing that as I went along. And to keep up, I felt like I had to focus more on what the algorithm wanted rather than just making what I enjoyed. And honestly, that's when it started feeling less like fun and more like a game I had to quote unquote win. And it got exhausting fairly quickly. Like I said before, I really just started YouTube to have fun and post stuff with some friends. But as I got more serious, I started to see, hey, this could potentially work for me. So I went in, I'm like, okay, I'm going to spend all this time making videos that people will want to watch, and that's kind of the trail I'm on right now. But obviously, you know, and it's working out for me. I've been getting decent, like, good views for my channel, around the 150 mark for a while now, and I'm very thankful for all of you guys. Thank you for everyone who stuck through to this moment. But a huge problem I've noticed on YouTube recently is the ads. Can we talk about the ads for a second? YouTube has become way more ad heavy. Like, I get that YouTube is free and ads are like how you have to support, and even the people making the videos need that money from the ads as well. But I've recently been getting 50 seconds to a minute long ads that are unskippable, and I feel like I know it's incredibly annoying. And you know, I feel like most people go to YouTube because cable TV is kind of a thing of the past. In my eye, I feel like it is. I know some people still watch it, and that's fine if you still watch it. But I feel like YouTube was the way that people got away from that, and now there's all of these commercial breaks. Like, I'll be watching a video, I'll be laying in bed, and I'll get 5 30-second long ads back to back. And I know it's not just the viewers. From a creative point of view, it affects us too, at least it does for me. I know, personally, I'm not everybody when I say this, but I try my best to make content that I think people will enjoy. But when I'm constantly having to worry about when an ad will be placed, now I don't usually... Now this is a little bit different for me. I don't really get a lot of ads on my videos, but when I do, I've had videos in the past say this, so that's kind of why I'm even mentioning this. I think I'm talking for everybody else when I talk about the ads, but I know that I've had videos in the past get ads, and it's so annoying when I try to go back and watch that and see, okay, what did I do good here that made it do good? And it's so frustrating. that I have to sit through 30-second ads every time. And even on different videos, not even just for my channel. When I'm watching other videos, it's so annoying. And it takes away from the experience that not only us are trying to create, but if you guys are trying to watch. And sometimes it makes me wonder, can you even, like, is there ever a video that I can just sit down and watch and enjoy without looking at the brand new Febreze product or whatever the ads are now? Now, a huge problem that I've noticed, even in just a couple of years that I've done YouTube, is how strict the platform is getting. Demonetization is a constant worry for creators, and if a video is, you know, guys, if you watch my channel, you know I try to keep things fairly appropriate because I want everybody to be able to watch it. But if I have just a tiny little thing slip through, or, you know, something, I usually don't, but if something does per se happen, you, like, if anything's outside the norm, you'll get flagged for it instantly. If you guys don't want that, if you guys don't know what that means, it's either you won't make money off the video, or it won't be shown to as many people. Like, I've had some videos blocked in certain regions because of a certain music that I put in the video. And it doesn't even say anything, but it's just somehow blocked in Canada now, because that makes a whole lot of sense. And it can feel like creators have to play it safe just to stay afloat. You have to go through and spend hours watching this. Okay, will this be fine? Or, you know, you have to be really careful. And that means a lot of the originality and creativity that made YouTube special was kind of lost. Like, I don't know if you guys were watching YouTube when it first came out, but it was, you could pretty much do whatever you wanted to. There was, you know, I'm not saying I want everything to be unfiltered chaos. I get that, but a little more freedom would definitely make things more fun, especially from our side of the thing. We don't have to spend hours just looking through this countless times saying, okay, will this be fun? Will this be fine to put out on YouTube? And another huge problem, a very big problem that I've been experiencing recently, is creator burnout. I feel like every creator goes through this, but if you guys obviously don't know what that means, it's when you post and you do so much stuff at a singular time that you don't want to do it anymore. And, you know, I'm going to say this right now, YouTube can be hard work. I know most people think it's just making videos, but the constant editing, the constant uploading, the pressure to quote-unquote keep up, it's a lot. And I've felt burnout, and I've only been doing this for 3 years, and I would hate to feel like I'd hate to have to experience what people with millions of followers would do if they started to experience burnout, because you know they do. And, like, for a decade, you know, these people that have been doing it for a decade, I don't know how they do it. Like, I don't know how. But posting regularly is a key if you want to grow. You know, that's common sense. If you want to get good at something, you do it over and over and over again. If you want to make a name for yourself, you have to keep doing it. But the pressure is constantly putting out content just to stay relevant. You know, it can start to feel like a job when you're always on the clock. Now, I understand this is most people's job, and I'm not trying to say always take the easy route. To do good, you have to do work. I'm not saying that you don't have to. But when you're constantly doing it and it feels like a 9 to 5, it's hard to keep the creativity going when it feels like you're just trying to meet the deadline all the time. Now, like, off script here for a second, a huge problem that I've had recently, obviously, is I've been going through burnout. You guys have seen my content hasn't been arriving on time. And to try to solve this, when I came back at the end of the summer, I said, okay, I'm going to give myself a week to do things. You know, I'm going to give myself from Sunday to Saturday. I'll post a video anytime there. That worked for me fine until this new season came out, and I'm back to the deadline. I have to get the certain Fortnite video out by Monday and Friday. And that's why this video is going up on a Tuesday, maybe even a Wednesday. I don't know when this video is going up. But, like, I can't keep to a deadline and make the video how I want it to. I can't do it enough. Now, back on track to where we were going. Another huge problem that I feel like YouTube has is it's fighting TikTok. Obviously, that's what not Fortnite. What am I saying? That's what YouTube Shorts are kind of for. And I feel like when you make it so people can scroll through a minute video and scroll through thousands of them in an hour, you start to get a lot of trends. Obviously, that's what the internet is a lot of trends. And I'm perfectly fine with trends starting. That's how creators kind of make a name for themselves. You know, a new song comes out, it becomes a trend, they grow. But I'm sure you've noticed this, that there's so much trend following on YouTube. It feels like everywhere you look, people are doing the same challenges, the same reactions, the same kind of everything. And when everyone's copying the same ideas, it makes it harder to find unique, interesting content. Like, I know for me, I can go through and come up with a ton of video ideas. When I make them reality, though, if it doesn't follow a specific trend that what's going on then, no one will watch it. The thing that I've learned about YouTube is that you have about a day and a half before an idea becomes not a thing to watch anymore. Like, you know, there's a new trend comes out, this new song's out. It's popular for about 2 days. If you use that song after those 2 days, you're not going to get any views, it's going to flatline. And I miss when you could just stumble on a creator who is just doing their own thing. You know, I wish... Recently, I've been watching a lot of Minecraft ARGs. Call me whatever you want, I don't care. It's interesting to me. And it's just something that I do to pass the time. And that's something I've never seen before, so this kind of goes out of that. But as I've noticed that, everybody's doing ARGs. I think it's because I never realized it, because I never watched it before, but it just goes into the same type of thing. But, you know, obviously this is how the algorithm works. It kind of feels like people have to follow trends to get noticed. I've noticed that recently. And yeah, I've jumped on trends too. Like I said, sometimes you have to. But it does feel like we've lost some of the originality that made YouTube so exciting to watch. You know, I'm sure, I don't know if you guys are creators, or if you guys are just watching games, or just watching my videos just to watch them. But I've had times in the past where I had to jump on a trend because my channel was failing. And I had to do it. I'm not afraid to admit it that I've had times where my channel was starting to fail. And I had to do something to regrow. I was going into a little divot and I had to go back up a valley. That's what I'm going to say. I was going into the valley, I had to go up a mountain. That's my little visualization of it. So I had to do a trend to get me out of that little divot. I'm not afraid to admit it. I've done trends before. I think we all have. But a huge, like, the thing about trends is, not even trends, but recently, you know, I really miss, and I know this sounds weird, because I've only been doing this for about 3 years, but I miss when YouTube felt like a community. When I first started, it felt like people were here to connect, share ideas, and support each other. Now, like, if you go to any bigger creator's comment section, it's full of spam, arguments, or someone copying and pasting the same stupid meme over and over again. And I know that has its fun sometimes, but all the time it just loses its effect. And even from a creator's perspective, it's really annoying to go in my comments. I had somebody comment the other day. I don't know who this is. I'm not going to put their name in there. I'm just going to blur it out to point it out. But I had them say something along the lines of, "I'm stalking you now, and you have no idea who I am." And I don't know what that is, or who it is. But I'll blur out the name, but I'll put the comment on the screen. But I don't know if that's a trend I don't know about, or if I have someone stalking me. I don't know. But that's just my example of the day. But I get it, YouTube is huge now, so things are bound to change. But the sense of connection that I used to get with the people watching my videos and other creators has really faded. Now, recently, I've been reaching out to a lot more people and doing a lot more collabs. And that's kind of starting to spark the idea for me. This is kind of off topic, off script again. But I enjoy doing YouTube with 2 people, not only myself. I do not burn out if I'm playing with somebody and that's what the video's on. That's why I try to post a lot more duo content, or trio, or squad, or with other people, per se, than I do by myself. Because I don't like just sitting down and talking to myself for hours. That gets really boring to me. So recently I found Bryboy, and then I did things with MindSpy, and you see all these people I do things with. All their links will be in the description down below if you guys do want to go check them out. But I play with all them, and I want to keep doing YouTube because I feel like I have a connection with them. So that kind of goes off of what this says. But with a lot of people, I've kind of felt this fade. It used to feel like you could make friends here, which I have, like I just said. But now it just feels like, I don't know, it just kind of feels like noise outside of the little community that I've built. And honestly, I don't know. Is there a solution? I don't know. I guess for me, I want to try and focus more on what I enjoy, even if it doesn't always fit what the algorithm wants. I think a lot of the creators are feeling the same way. Like, we just want to have fun again and not worry so much about the numbers. Like, I know for me, I know it's going to hurt, but I'm going to try to do some of my own ideas and see what that does. I'm going to see if that all works out for me, and if it does, then that's great. If it doesn't, then I don't want to say I'll jump back on this trend, bus, express, whatever you want to call it again, but sometimes you have to do what you have to do to not completely fade out. But if you are a viewer, my advice would be to keep supporting the creators you love, even if they're not following every trend. And if you're a creator like me, maybe we need to just go back to the basics a little more. YouTube can still be an amazing place, but I think we all need to find ways to keep it fun, because now it's just repetition. TikTok dance, Fortnite update. And obviously I jumped on that. Like I said, I'm not afraid to say I've done that. But sometimes we just need to take a step back and find a way to keep it fun. Because with that note, I am going to go ahead and end off today's video. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you guys do want to see more content like this, let me know by clicking that like button and subscribing and commenting down below what you guys feel about this topic if you guys are a creator. But guys, without that, on that note, I guess I will see you guys in Friday's video. Peace out.